Karen's still gonna be struggling based on the trailer for next week's episode of Tyler Perry Sistas, season 9, episode 6. So they don't got a synopsis yet, y'all, but so far the trailer showed Danny's asking Aaron how Karen's doing, and he's telling her, honestly, she's not doing very well. And they on the phone, y'all. I forgot to mention that part. Aaron is saying Karen's acting really strange. She's walking around in a daze and she's doing things she don't normally do. Maurice tells Sabrina it's time for her to do someone else. She says Sabrina is officially stepping into her 304 phase. I can't say the word, y'all. Maurice said the best way to get over one man is to get under the next one. Sabrina said it's finally time to do her. Andy is telling her boss that she's considering bringing a lawsuit against Dr. Cruz. He said that's his golfing buddy. Now, didn't Dr. Vaughn tell her that? And I told y'all when I was doing a review, I was like, how she know that he ain't gonna be one of his golfing buddies or somebody that he knows or whatever? And there you go. There you go. So we'll see how that turned out. I said he should have been up out of there anyways. And I was saying that's her boss. But ain't they both partners now? I don't know, y'all. Ain't they both partners? So would they have to get them to vote if they was actually gonna, bring up the lawsuit or whatever, or what? How they work? I don't know, y'all. Let me know down below. Andy is saying there is countless black women who have had this experience. He said he's just not hearing any concrete evidence or whatever. And she was like, excuse me? I said, you excuse. I said, you excuse, girl. You should have known. We knew how he was. Now, I ain't gonna say that because we haven't seen the episode. I take that back. But he been suspicious ever since, what was that, season 1? Him and that Bellamy dude. What's his name anyway? Let me know, y'all. I be forgetting these things. I think the last thing, Fatima tells Hayden that if he messes this up, no one will find him. Oh, no, it ain't. A man at the gym is talking to Zach and asking him, if he's good. Zach ends up saying he's fine. The guy says he doesn't mean to pry, but, he can tell that something's bothering him. And he sits down to talk to Zach. Real fast before we continue, I got a question. Did anybody else see on Facebook or Instagram that they were saying that Preston's supposed to be back this season? Now, I know he coming back for Zatima, and I don't know about, Sistas, whatever. But yeah, that's what they've been saying. But the first thing is obviously Danny and Aaron. She's supposed to be on the phone with him just checking on Karen. They show her walking, look like she's going to be in the kitchen. I said, well, at least she got out the bed. At least she's out the bed. Also, have y'all seen this big debate that's been going on as well about whether or not Karen is reacting the way she is to losing her child because of Zach or because, she just lost a child? They've been going back and forth on all social media platforms. So how do y'all feel? Let me know down below. I should do a separate video. I don't know if I'm actually going to have enough time to do it. We'll see. Sabrina. I was going to say, I feel like they keep showing no signs of growth. Now, for the trailer, they showed Maurice and her having a conversation. Obviously, it's the aftermath of the whole Rich Penelope confrontation or whatever. Maurice is telling her how it's time for her to do someone else. And, the best way to get over one man is to get under another one and stuff like that. She's talking about she officially entering her 304 phase. And I got a question. No, I ain't got a question. I got a comment. Because I'm confused. Now, last season, we seen her say, or heard her say how she wanted a family and stuff like that. But she did tell him how she didn't say she wanted it right now, but the way she was acting like she wanted it right now or whatever. But I was like, how you supposed to have a family and do all this other stuff, and now you finna go do something that you don't normally do because you mad at a man that you broke up with? Make it make sense. You did it. A lot of people making excuses for her, but she did it. The only thing I agree with is the fact that you moved on very fast, and it would definitely look suspicious because now you like, okay, you been around her a lot, so y'all been doing this. Was you doing this when we was together? But to go as far as to accuse him of cheating or whatever, I don't know, if I agree with that, because they was not together. Even though they just broke up, they still wasn't together. But yeah, but I was like, if you want a family, I don't think the way to go about that is to go out and be a 304. Now I don't know if that means she finna be loose and just sleep with everybody, or if they saying she finna go sleep with the money or somebody else. But they saying she's supposed to hook up with Danny cousin, what's his name? Rock. That she's supposed to hook up with him. But we'll see. Who the next person? Andy. Andy's supposed to be I said her boss, but I think they all partners now. Now, at first he was her boss, but now I think, aren't they on equal footing? Wouldn't they have to vote? Wouldn't it be her, him, and the other partners, or what? I don't know, y'all. I don't know if he's still her boss or what. We'll see. But she's just telling him how she's considering bringing a lawsuit against Dr. Cruz. And he told me that's his golfing buddy. And Dr. Vaughn I feel like he told her without telling her. And speaking of him, they saying that she's supposed to hook up with Dr. Vaughn. Now, so they don't know who this season, about to be on season 10, and they don't know who they want to put these folks with. Come on now, we should be getting closer to the end of the series now. Come on now. But yeah, she's supposed to be investigating Dr. Cruz and telling her boss or her partner or whoever the man is. I still don't know his doggone name. And he told me, so he not hearing concrete evidence. And I was like, did you open your ears? Did you look at the files? Did you connect the dots? Ain't that what you supposed to do? Fatima is telling Hayden that if he messes this up, no one will find him. So I'm assuming that this is about the Kendrick dude. Possibly, that's what I'm assuming, that it's about Kendrick or whatever, because they already showed the scene on Wednesday's episode about him walking in and stuff like that. But Miss Marie said she wanted Andy to do it. Now I don't know if Andy gonna be swamped, and that's why Hayden has to be brought in. I think somebody said, what did they say he was, a finance lawyer or something like that? But they ain't never stopped these folks before, and they still ain't show Gary, y'all. They still haven't showed him, so I'm assuming he's not gonna be on the show like that. But I don't know, we'll see. And I think the last thing is about Zach. Zach's at the gym and he's still struggling, you could tell. And a man checks on him. A man ends up checking on him or whatever, asking if he's good, and he's like, he's fine. And that's when the dude's supposed to sit down and say, he doesn't mean to pry or whatever, but he could tell that something's bothering him. And yeah, he's still struggling. I want to know what's going to get Karen out of that daze that Erin says she's in. I want to know what's going to happen. I really thought that at the end of Wednesday's episode, I really thought that the cliffhanger or how do you say it? The last thing that they showed was going to be Karen walking in, seeing the baby cry, and picking the baby up. No, she walked in, she heard the baby cry, and she was just like, shh, 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 or whatever, and she was like, he'll be back, and she was just battling. They showed her thinking and stuff like that. They ain't show her thinking, Lord have mercy. You could hear her inner thoughts or whatever, and she wanted to pick the baby up, but she couldn't. So she went in there. She was just saying how she a horrible mother, and basically she not fit to do it and stuff like that. And once again, a lot of people are speculating whether or not she's struggling because of, they having a field day with this. They having a field. I said now, a couple of weeks ago or a few weeks ago, everybody was just feeling sorry for Karen and like upset that they did this and the doctor treated her this way. Now everybody over here like she need to get up, she need to get out the bed and trying to say how she should grieve or how mothers should grieve, and if they don't get up and tend to the other baby, then that means they don't love the other baby. The reason why she doing this and that is because it's Zach's baby that died and not Aaron's baby. And I was like, well, you can't unless they actually, that's what I was waiting to see. We can't really say until we actually see the episode, because you can't just say like, oh, she's supposed to just be all happy and excited when she just lost a child. She just lost a child. Somebody pointed out how she thought she was coming home with two kids or whatever. And I said, exactly. As of right now, choosing to believe that this ain't got nothing to do with Zach. Excuse me. Now, I might be wrong. I'm really hoping that it don't got nothing to do with Zach, because y'all know what that means. We still on the same crap. They keep saying how we got new writers and Tyler Perry's not writing it no more, but it's looking the same to me. But yeah, until they actually show it, we can't say. Now, if they do show it like that and she ends up mentioning it, because they did show Aaron talking to Miss Lisa, and he's like, he has his own concerns and thoughts about this. And I'm assuming he feel the same way y'all feel, that the reason why she acting this way is because, Zach's baby dying. Something like that. We'll see, though. But yeah, that's it. That's all. Let me know y'all thoughts down below. Stay tuned for the next review. Until next time, deuces, have girls today and be safe.